Welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Sunday Abegunde, and have you noticed that too little of your video gets watched by viewers, thereby sending a wrong impression to the algorithm about your channel? This could be why your videos are getting lesser impressions. If your retention rate is great, there is a higher likelihood that your video will get to a wider audience. And when your video gets to a wider audience, you will definitely get subscribers. I experienced this firsthand with one of my new YouTube channels that did 6,000 views in just one day. I know you pour out your heart into making your content the best it can be, putting in your efforts. However, you are getting frustrated with the fact that you are not getting views on your videos. To be honest with you, you are not alone. Many new, small, and even struggling YouTubers complain of the same issue. Don't worry, I'll be sharing with you some of the things I have done to improve my retention and to improve the retention of the videos across the multiple channels I run. So let's count down from 10 to 1 on this. Number 10, mix up your content type. If the kind of content you've been creating so far have just been content of you sitting down and talking to the camera like this, you might want to experiment with changing your content type. Maybe you might want to experiment with going outside to interview people, or making your content in another space, maybe inside the car, in a park when you are out, or with your friends present in the video. So you just want to try something different. It will still be within that niche. Number 9, another way to retain views on your video is to do a lot of retention editing. This is the type of editing whereby almost every 5 to 6 seconds, something is changing in the frame. That's the style of editing that Mr. Beast used for his videos. But you don't have to do that if it's not something you would have the time to do. It's an icing on the cake. Number 8, while creating your content, occasionally or as frequently as possible, try to ask your audience some questions. This would make them feel involved in what you're doing and would engage better with your content. Number 7, use a strong hook at the beginning of your video. A hook can be in words. The one I use at the beginning of this video is in words. You can also use visual hooks. For example, when you want to start your video, instead of sitting and saying, welcome to my YouTube channel, you can start and say, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Sunday Abegunde, and in today's video, I'll be telling you about, you see, this is more interesting than me already seated. Although, like, it's just a mix of these things that give you the result you desire, not one in isolation. Then some of the things I would be mentioning might be your choice. Some of them might not be what you want to do. Then me asking you, did you notice if I used a strong hook? I just tested number 8 that I mentioned earlier on you. Did you notice that? Number 6, shorten your video. If you can explain something in 5 minutes, don't waste the time of your audience explaining it in 10, 15 minutes. I know you want watch hours and you don't want to create too short videos, but your videos should just be as long as they should be. What do I mean by that? On my freelance YouTube channel, which has about, I think, 4,500 subscribers as at the time of making this video, one of the highest performing videos on that channel was a 1 minute 45 seconds or thereabout video that I created. It outperformed, in terms of the watch hour it gave me, it outperformed some videos that are 15 minutes because it got more views. So number 5, this is about the most important point I'm actually sharing in this video. This is trim your videos with bad retention. So after posting your video, check your YouTube studio, like when you check the analytics of the video, and you can see that there is a rapid drop off at a particular point in your video. Maybe like at a particular point. For example, I had to like re-edit a video I had already posted today. The video was like, I think, 15 minutes long. Then I realized that I was explaining something. I explained the concepts, then I explained the advantage, and then I explained the disadvantage. Then I observed that when the disadvantage of it begins, that is where people start dropping off. So what I did to that video is that I cut out the disadvantage. So I only explained the advantage. So more people will watch the video from the beginning to the end. That way the algorithm is going to push the video further to more people, and I'm going to get more watch hours and subscribers through that video that way. Number 4, to maintain your retention rates, avoid using clickbait thumbnails. Ensure that your thumbnails are accurate representation of what is contained inside the video. So don't put on your thumbnail that, oh, you would make $1 million a day. And when people click on the video, you're actually just talking about how you wash your clothes. So people would click on it, you would get a lot of click-through rates. But the moment people watch, maybe they won't even watch up to 30 seconds and they're just discouraged by what they see. If you don't provide value in the first 30 seconds of your video, you lose your retention. Not many people would actually watch past that 30 minutes. So there will be a rapid drop off. You want to maintain a 70% retention rate within your first 30 minutes of your video, at least a 70%. You know, there was a video I posted on one of my new channels that retained 100%. I was actually, wow, that was the first time I'm actually seeing 100%. 100% is not the normal. It's actually rare. It was me trend jacking. Number 3. Create content that your audience wants, not just the kind of content that you feel like creating. Except you don't care about the metrics. That means you don't care about, I have like a channel that I don't really care about the metrics. For example, my TikTok, I just post on TikTok. I don't care whether people follow. Although yeah, it's getting a bit of traction recently. I think one of my videos did 61,000 views. But if you actually care about growing your subscribers and getting more watch hours, you want to reach your 1,000 subscriber mark faster, and you want to get to that 4,000 watch hour faster, you need to create the content that your audience wants. Then you need to even create more of that content so that the algorithm can quickly sense what your channel is about. The earlier the algorithm know the kind of audience to refer your video to, the earlier your channel is actually going to grow. Number 2, don't lollygag around. Deliver instant value at the beginning of your video. I created a video on my freelance channel. In the first 30 seconds of that video, I stated the amount that YouTube pays me every month, as in something in that region. Then I actually called the attention of people to say, okay, if you're interested in diving deeper with me in the metrics, let's go, or something like that. So you want to deliver value as fast as possible. Then number 1, look at your analytics. Check the content types that have high retention rate in your content, like the contents you've created previously. Then replicate that same type of content. Observe that particular content. What did you think you do right that make people keep watching without your retention dropping off? Then you replicate that on your newer videos. Thanks so much for watching this video to the end. And talking about retention, what did you think I did right to make you watch this video from number 10 to point number 1? Let me know in the comments section.